So what is a city? This is a temporary named result set. Result set in the sense, it is actually a result from a query or from a particular statement or from a particular transaction. So those results can be of any other queries, selects or even with the inner joins or whatever, with other functions called row number, rank, whatever. So those results can be kept under one entity, that is CTE, and can be performed with any other operations. So CTE is common table expression. And the syntax will be like, it will start with keyword, WITH. Whenever you see some statements starting with keyword inside our databases, so you should obviously get that as it's a common table expression. And with city name, we should be giving here. So I would say city name, and then if there are any columns, that we should be giving here. This column is optional. Column 1, which is of int, and column 2, which is of again int. So these things are the column names inside the city definition are optional. If you are having a requirement to take the column names in specific, that is one of the procedure optimization technique. We will be selecting only selective columns instead of selecting all the columns from the database. So for now, I will take column 1 and column 2, followed by as keyword. So this is where my actual city definition starts. Okay. So now I would say, what do we have? Our tables. Let me take that tables as our inputs. I guess we have only one database table. Is this the one? Yep, this is the one. Okay, I would like to get ID and name. So for that, ID will be integer and name will be of varchar. Oh, let's say some 10. That is enough for us now. I don't think we should be giving the data types because we are just defining the column names only, and that particular data types are like will be given inside this. So select ID comma name into not into just this from employee. So this is what my city basic syntax will be. So I just say with keyword followed by our common table expression name and followed by which and all the columns it should hold. These are just the names of the columns, and followed by as keyword and the open brace into close brace. This is to say that beginning and ending of the city, and in between that, the queries or the processed data. So if I execute this now, what it says. Obviously, because we did not get anything out of it. And then we'll say select start from city name. Let's execute this. What do we have here? So this is a basic city with city name as being city name, and takes column 1, column 2 as the output columns. And for that, I have selected ID and name from the employee table, and I'm displaying all the details from from the CTE with this statement. So executing in all combined will have all the details with the name column 1 and column 2. What if I take proper naming here? That also will be reflected in our output window. This is how it works. Let's say I would like to create a city ID and city name, and I would like to get only the name from the city. For at that time, I should be using this particular column name in the select query, which is from the city. So whatever the columns that I'm using inside, that doesn't matter at all for me. So once this will be selected into city with city ID and name, only city ID and city name will be accessible. So let me execute this. We have city name A, B, C, D, E. And here we can use alias names also. Just with keyword as and followed by our alias name, which is name from CTE. Let's execute this. This is how the output will be. So this is a basic level of the CTEs. So I don't have much of tables available for me. Let me download one of the databases. AdventureWorks. I guess a few of you have already downloaded it. So you can have city like with maximum number of records. So let me give one more example of taking like ranking according to their salaries. So we have a table employee which has salary, and we'll take that one as well. So I don't want this anymore. Let me see my table structure and then so ID, name, age, salary. Okay. So now I'd like to give same one, same definition for my CTE, but inside this, I'd like to get select ID, name from employee that we had earlier. Now what I'd like to do is that I'd like to get the rankings as well. So for that, I'd like to use row number function. Gives the syntax of this row number is this. So this row number takes a parameter, which is again a expression. So I'd like to say that expression as order by salary, which I had in my what is it, my table name? I mean, in my table. I'd like to take it in ascending order. Ascending. I'd like to give alias name for this row number, and I want to display this row number like from with the city as well. So for that, I said this. And Mr. Comma here. So this should give me all the employees details within like order of the salaries. Let me execute this. What we are wrong here. I missed one more thing. Row number function over order by salary ascending. So this is the syntax of row number. So row number function which actually takes over another function which is over. It's followed by, and over actually takes the extraction by which I would like to order my details. Okay, let me execute. It says A, B, C, D, E. I'd like to see the data of it, row number as well. See, for first, the name of the employee is D, and he has like top salary. Not the top salary. We have given order as ascending. So from below to above, that means from lower to higher, it will go. So this is the order of the salaries in employee table. So we have B of 5, I mean 5th rank. Let me check that as well. We have B, which is of 9,000 salary. And apart from that, which is next one, A or C. So which is actually 5,000, 5,000, which will be that? C. B is the top one, which has given with a high row count. That is because we have used the condition called, with ascending order. We'll see descending order as well. That means we will be getting top salary first and then second salary or third salary in the next. So B with the top salary, and C with the second, and the A with the third, and the E with the fourth one, and D with fifth salary. So with this, we have one more point to be discussed here. So now I have all my employees' details in the form of like ascending order of my employees' salaries. So what if I want to get second highest salary from any of my employee or any of the tables? So nth highest salary. This is which is like a very famous interview question. How to get nth highest salary. So this is one way of doing it. So we have a row number as the order by ascending value or descending value, and let's say, and we can apply conditions on CTE result. That is how this where comes into picture, where row number is equals to 2. So this says that whatever row number which is equal to, that means second highest salary in our employee table, that will be displayed. with this particular query. So we have C, which is of 2. If we want to take the top salary, I just mentioned here 1. So this will give me a top salary. So here the B with salary of top count. And what if I'd like to get salary as well? So for that I mention salary in my CTE columns, in my CTE definition, and as well as this salary would be from here. And again, I'd like to get salary column in here. Okay, are we clear so far? So this is the top salary, and with employee rank would be this one, and the name is city. The name is B. Any doubts so far? Well, I'll take it as no doubts. And we'll see another functions called rank and dense rank. So these are the two functions that are available in our SQL server, which actually ranks the data as per our requirement. Let's say we'll use the same one. We'll use the same requirement to get the highest salary or earn the highest salary. So that we can make use of all the way same. And instead of row number, I'd like to go with the rank function. And it obviously goes the same. The expression will be same. This is rank. And as well as I would like to demonstrate this rank as well. So for that, I take the same one and take it as dense rank. Okay, with this, I should have a rank and dense rank in my city definition. And I'd like to show you what if I don't define any of the column names here. Let me cut it off and let me make a star. I want to get all the details from city, and I don't want the where condition for now. Let me comment it out. So I don't want this as well. That is because I'm selecting all the details as a star. So I have a city as defined as to get ID, a name, and a rank of the name, rank, and this rank ordered by salary in a description order. Sorry, in the descending order. Descending order in the sense will go from top to bottom. That means highest will be on the top, the lowest will be on the bottom. Let's execute this. So what do we have here? employee B, which is ID number is 2, and his rank is 1. That is because he has the top highest salary. And employees C and A both are having same rank. That is because they have the same amount of salary being drawn. And notice here what rank does for the next value. Say, how about now? Okay, you should be able to listen now. So now the rank actually shows dense rank and both rank have given the value to, I mean, the rank and dense rank for the two, these two employees actually, which are of having the same values, I mean, same salary value. But notice here, dense rank has actually continued its number from 1, 2, 3, 4. And this rank function skipped 3. So this is the basic difference between rank and dense rank, nothing over it. So rank will be like if it finds like multiple salaries being on the same number, it will assign same rank for all the salaries, and it will continue with the next possible number. I mean, considering if there are three same number of salaries, then it will go with the fourth number. So if it is the second rank and the three numbers are same, so it will be like 1 2 2 2, and then it the next value would be 5. So that is how the rank works. The rank is same like 1 to n, whatever the repetitive number of columns that will be displayed. So with this, we have covered rank and dense rank as well. Are we clear so far? Dense rank and CTE. Sorry, rank and dense rank and CTEs. Okay, we have another thing called recursive CTE. What it is actually? Recursive CTE is that the city which uses it itself. For that, I don't have any example frame for that. Let me try searching in the online, or we'll see in the other database which we have like multiple data being available. So with that, we can actually take multiple examples. Let me download that. Just a moment, we'll take AdventureWorks database. Okay, let me take that. File, and then we should have restore option to restore the backup databases. So AdventureWorks is the one which is available in the online to it's already well defined one. You can use it for your practice sessions or practice purposes. So here my downloads will be under C uses happy and downloads, but I could not find any of the files there. So what I should be doing is that I should be copying my folders, my particular backup file into this particular folder, which is under C program files. As you can see here, in the C drive, under that program files, and under that Microsoft SQL Server, and under that, if you go to the last one, MSSQL 15.MSSQL Server, and then okay, you guys can see it now, I guess. So whenever you go to database and right click on it, and this particular databases and right click on it, you'll find a restore database option. You go on to that and you will be landed up into this particular window, and the default option will be database that's been selected. You go and select this device and then go for the browse. I guess this browse window is now available. I mean, you guys can see it, I guess, or else let me. Okay, now I think you guys can see it. So this is the, again, one more window to add your file to your SSMS setups or SSMS servers. So you again click on add. That will land you into another screen, which is this. So this is a particular screen where you select your AdventureWorks database to be present. So the default location will be under C and program files. And inside that, Microsoft SQL Server, and inside that you'll find one more folder called MSSQL 15.MSSQL Server, and under that MSSQL and under that backup. So for your purposes, I'm just pasting in the chat box the location. So the default location will be this. You should paste your database, the backup database, to this folder to get it let me paste that my folder in my file into that. So it's under C program files. And then Microsoft SQL Server, and Microsoft SQL 15.MSSQL Server, and under that MS SQL, and that again backup. So I'm not sharing my folder screen. You just copy and paste your downloaded file into a downloaded AdventureWorks database backup file into that folder, and just refresh here. You will find AdventureWorks 2017.back. Just click on OK and OK here. So it says AdventureWorks database available. Click on OK. It will get restored into your databases successfully. So here you can see this AdventureWorks 2017. So this contains like multiple data tables, views, procedures, which all you want, you name it, you just have it for practice sessions. So here, this is how you can actually download and restore your backup. So the download link will be this. So here in that link, you will find multiple options available for the download. So you should be selecting under OLTP, any of the download file under OLTP based on your, SSMS version. So SQL Server version. So here I have this 2017 AdventureWorks. Let me show you that one as well. See, if you go on to that link, I guess my one of my browsers is available to see you guys now. A quick confirmation, if you could see my data browser. So here, any of these options, you can just go and select and download. The same way I did for 2017 version. Because my SSMS was 2018 version, you should be considering your SQL Server version. If it is latest, you can just go and download AdventureWorks 2019 backup, and you can go ahead restoring the same way I showed you. Go to database and then click on restore, blah, 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 goes with the same one. So this is about restoring your databases. So whenever you whenever there is a requirement that you should be restoring your databases, this is the same procedure that can be used. Whenever you want to take a big backup of your database, you just go and create a backup with one of the other queries that is pretty much advanced, but it's not so needed now. So are we clear with this? Okay, there are quite a few functions. I guess, did we discuss about coalesce function? Coalesce function, I guess we did discuss about this, but for safety, we'll discuss it again. Coalesce actually takes multiple null or non-null parameters. Let's say null, and again a string which contains MSBI, and again like another string which is of NA, and goes on. The list goes on. So whatever the parameters that we pass on to a coalesce function, what the coalesce function will be returning is the first non-null value. The first non-null value. So in this example, first two are nulls, and the third one is MSBI, which is not null value. So non-null value, that will be the output. So let me select this output window. So this is the MSBI that is available. So if you want your output window to be like, this is a tabular format. If you want this to be in a text format, you press Control T before you execute your query and just go to this. It will be in this format, in the text format. If you press Control D, again, it will be change it to database, table format. Here actually you can find in these three options. Result to grid. That is what I did, Control D. Result to text. So if I select this and press on execute, this will be under text format. And if I go on to this grid file and press on execute, this will be under this grid database, grid style. And if you go to this file result, it will ask you for the file where you want to store. I guess this window is not available. You can try it on yourself. So this is how the basic things are there. I guess we discussed about the coalesce function in previous sessions. Did we discuss about original method? Okay, I'll take it as is, but we'll discuss one more time. So ESNL actually returns the value. Let's say I have my first expression, first value. Let's say the same one I'll take. I'm passing two strings for my ESNL function. Let's see what will be the result. It's MSBI. So if the first passed on, let me go with another example. It'll be very clear on this. So for the first one, the both parameters that are being passed are non-nullable parameters. So the what is null does is that if the first parameter, which is not null value or not null expression, that will be returned as a result. Or if the past value is null as a first parameter, the next parameter will be the output. So this is about is null. And we have one more thing called null if. Like this is also we discussed, but this actually takes two parameters. Returns null if the past parameters are same. Let's say MSBI and followed by MSBI again. What this will be returning is that it checks for parameter and second parameter that are being passed are same or not. If both are same, it will return null. Let me execute this. See, this is the null value that I got in from. If I say MSBI to MSBI1, what it returns? The first value. Because those are not same. So this is about null if and is null we discussed. Okay, no problem. We covered it now. So is null and is null if works on this way. So null if takes two parameters. If both are same, it will return null, or else it will return the first passed parameter. Is null function takes two parameters. Okay, Jageshwar, no problem. We covered it now. So is null function takes two parameters. If the first passed parameter is null, it will return the second parameter, or it will return the first parameter as output. And we have another function called isDate, which actually checks if the past value is a date or not. So let me pass on the value 2020 /22 and /01/7. I want to check if the past parameter is date or not. Let me execute this. It says 1. And let me pass another one, which is non-date value, some random string. It says 0. And I'll show you another example. It says 1. So by means, you can conclude that each date will retain 1 if the past parameter is a proper date value. Here I passed a random date, which is in proper format, and get date with date and time. You'll get it. That is being passed to each date. That will return 1. And here's some random value passed on to the each date function, which actually returned 0. So with it, you can actually see that if the past parameter is date or not. So same way we have another function to check whether the past parameter is numeric or not. For that we have used is numeric. So for that, let me select the data for output window. Is numeric of, let me pass 20 and 12. So it's 1 and 1 to dot. So 1 is again, it's just a true value. And I'm saying 12 point. And I did not mention anything after point. It is again 1. That means it's actually considering the after the point values are zeros. This is again 1. Let me enter some random value. Now it will say 0. So is numeric is the function which actually takes a parameter in the form of varchar string and gives output as 1 if the past parameter is 1. Sorry, if past parameter is a numeric value, that means a number value. If it is a not number value or if it is a random string, that will return 0. So these are about like basic functions. This is the username function. These are actually used very quite often. We don't use this much to find the what's the username that been logged in, and we have session user and system user, and those following functions, which we rarely use. And we have another one, another set of functions. Cast, try cast. Let me discuss about the cast first. Cast is the function which we use to convert a data to one type to another type. For this, an example, cast some 10.8 as integer. Let me select that to output window and let me execute. This should return the value 10.8 in integer format. That means, see the output. So it cut off the 0.8. So that means we have integer data which does not accept any other decimal points. This says that cast or any of the function that to be converted into int data type, the decimal points will be cut off. So only the points like before point, before dot, that will be as an integer output. And let me try selecting same 10.8 value as float. So let me do this. It says 10.8. So what it says is that if my float values are of, it contains like present values up to like from 6 point. So that's how this can be displayed. And I have another thing called passing from string. And I would like to convert this to integer. What it says? It says failed while converting WS to data type integer. So for that, if we don't want this to be like, with an error, what we use that is try cast. Try underscore cast followed by WS and that's to int. Let me select this to output window. Let me execute this. It says null. So cast with WS converted to convert to int, it returned me an error. But cast function returned me a null value. This is the main difference between cast and try cast. So cast and try cast, both functionalities are same. Both will return. The value is all the way same. Whatever the past, if the past parameters are valid ones, that will execute all of the same. But only when if the past parameters causing any error, that time the difference will be out. Like cast will throw an error, but try cast will throw a null value. So this is about cast. I guess we have completed pretty much all the details. So far, any doubts? Cursors, we did discuss, Kishore. We discussed about it. I guess it will be on like previous session only. Previous or previous to that. How do we define cursor and how do we open the cursor and fetch the records from the cursor and we discussed about fetch status as well. Just recall once.